Samson was called by God before birth, yet his greatest battle would not be against lions or armies, but against the desires of his own heart.
An angel announced that the child would be a Nazirite unto God from birth.
As Samson grew, the Spirit of Jehovah began to move him.
God raised Samson to begin delivering Israel from Philistine oppression.
Yet Samson's heart began turning toward the world.
There he saw a Philistine woman and demanded that she become his wife. His parents warned him against his will, but Samson insisted and went against his Nazirite vow. Along the road to Timnah, a young lion suddenly attacked him.
Jehovah rushed upon Samson, and he tore the lion apart. Days later he returned and discovered bees and honey inside the lion's carcass.
He enjoyed the sweetness and eat the honey, but he obtained it through contact with death. Though called to be separated unto God, he is in disregard of his Nazirite vow.
During the wedding feast, Samson challenged the 30 Philistine companions with a riddle.
Samson proposed a costly wager. Whoever solved the riddle would receive 30 linen garments and 30 changes of clothing. Out of the eater came something to eat, and out of the strong came something sweet. Day after day, the Philistine companions debated the riddle, but none could discover its meaning.
The Philistines pressured his bride to discover the answer.
Entice your husband that he may tell us the riddle, lest we burn you and your father's house with fire.
She wept before Samson until he revealed the secret.
His wife betrayed him, and the Philistines solved the riddle.
What is sweeter than honey? What is stronger than a lion?
Samson burned with anger and left the celebration.
When Samson returned, he discovered his wife had been given to another man.
In revenge, Samson released foxes carrying torches into Philistine fields.
The harvest burned and conflict spread across the land.
The Philistines sought revenge, and war followed. Surrounded by enemies, Samson cried out to God,
"Oh God, strengthen me!"
The Spirit of the Lord came upon him once more.
With the jawbone of a donkey, he struck down 1,000 Philistines.
Exhausted and thirsty, he called upon Jehovah. God miraculously provided water and preserved his life.
Yet Samson's heart remained vulnerable. In Gaza, he visited a harlot and exposed himself to further compromise. His enemies surrounded the city gates to capture him. At midnight, Samson arose and carried away the gates of the city.
After these things, it came to pass that Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah.
The rulers offered the woman silver to discover the man's secret of strength.
Tell me, my love, what could possibly be a man like you?
He resisted first and deceived her.
Samson replied, "If they bind me with 7 fresh bowstrings that have never been dried, I shall become weak like any other man."
While he rested, the woman bound him with 7 fresh bowstrings. But when she cried,
"The soldiers are upon you!"
the man snapped them as easily as burning flicks.
Samson answered again, "If they bind me with new ropes never used before, I shall become weak."
Again, Delilah bound him with new ropes. But when she cried out, Samson broke them from his arms like threads.
No razor has ever touched my head, for I have been a Nazirite to God from my mother's womb. If my hair were woven into the loom, then my strength would leave me, and I would become as weak as any other man.
Delilah wove his 7 locks into the loom. While Philistine soldiers awaiting for their next move, Samson awoke and pulled free both the loom and the pin. Day after day, Delilah pressed him until his soul was vexed unto death.
Won't Tom so someday?
Finally, Samson revealed the secret of his Nazirite vow.
No razor has ever come upon my head, for I have been a Nazirite unto God from my mother's womb.
And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent
My
word
strength is
and
yours.
called for the
Then I
lords
am
of the
yours.
Philistines.
Delilah knew Samson had finally spoken the truth. She secretly sent for the Philistine rulers.
The rulers returned, bringing the promised silver with them.
While Samson slept, Delilah summoned a servant. His 7 Nazirite locks were removed, and the strength God had entrusted to him departed. When Samson awoke, he did not realize that Jehovah had departed from him. The Philistine rulers entered, and Samson could no longer resist them. The Philistines gouged out Samson's eyes, bound him with bronze shackles, and forced him to grind grain in prison.
Yet the hair of his head began to grow again. The Philistines gathered to celebrate before their god Dagon.
They brought the blind and chained Samson from the prison to stand before the assembled crowd for a grand display of their captive.
O Lord Jehovah, remember me, I pray you, and strengthen me this once.
God answered Samson's prayer, and he fulfilled his final commission. Samson's life reminds us that compromise carries consequences, yet God's mercy remains for those who truly return to him.